Want to bring in now former Obama campaign foreign policy advisor and former State Department official David Tafuri. David, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
David, is this more about Russia trying to boost its own war effort or more of an incentive to keep Iran on Russia's side?
I think it's a little bit of both. I found it a little bit surprising when we learned several months ago that Russia was leaning on Iran to provide drones that it is using in the theater in Ukraine. You would think Russia being a much more sophisticated country, it wouldn't need the help of Iran. It shows how desperate Russia is for allies to support its military and its military effort in Ukraine. So Iran and Russia have drawn closer, and this is an example of how they're both helping each other, with Russia apparently transferring some of the U.S. supplied weapons to Ukraine that's been able to capture to Iran. This includes the Javelin, which you saw video of in the previous report. It would be a problem for us security-wise if Iran were able to reverse engineer a Javelin. It's been very successful and effective on the ground in Ukraine, and we don't want that to happen. But some of that is inevitable given Russia's interests. What is important also, though, is that you heard Colin Kahl in the previous segment talk about how he does not believe that the Ukrainians have transferred any weapons to the black market or elsewhere. So Ukraine is doing its best to keep track of all the U.S. supplied weapons. That was Colin Kahl from the Pentagon saying that.
I do appreciate that piece of information. How much of a concern is it? How likely is it that you think Iran will be able to reverse engineer the Javelin weapon that you were speaking about a moment ago, for example?
Who knows? Who knows what capability Iran already has? I mean, obviously, Iran is very, very focused on developing its conventional weapons. It has been effective in developing drones that obviously have been useful to Russia, unfortunately, in Ukraine. It is also using those drones in the Middle East, notably, including in places like Iraq and even Saudi Arabia. So it's able to engage in provocations already. If it can reverse engineer some of these weapon systems, that would be problematic.